morning, ladies, gentlemen, and lacrosse fans. Welcome to Footscray, the Jewel of the West, as we pick up in day 3 of the ALA Senior Women's National Championship. This morning's game will see the reigning runner-up from last year, Victoria, taking on the up-and-comers, New South Wales, Queensland, the East Coast All-Stars. Victoria looked sharp yesterday with a dominant win over the Australian Under-19 squad. The East Coast All-Stars have had a rough start to the tournament, but have been looking better and better each game. They play twice today. It'll be exciting to see how they can fare against this strong Victorian side, who have just been a show of depth. They'll also play later today in a broadcast game against the Australian Under-19 squad, which will be an exciting matchup. Both East Coast and the Under-19s yet to get a win, but they've been showing some promising lacrosse, and both sides are only going to improve as the tournament goes by. Few big names for the East Coast All-Stars. You have Annabelle Williams as a bit of a front runner for that side offensively, along with Bella Pickett, another talented player out of SA originally, but now an East Coast All-Star. For the Victorian side, it's a battle of two ends. We've got Australian keeper Brie Hussey between the pipes at one end, and then on the front side there is a depth of scoring potential. Steph Kelly has been leading the way so far, the Division 1 player out of St. Joseph's, via Footscray, via St. Joseph's, I should say, along with two former Terrapins. We've got Theo Quass and Sarah Mollison. Australian players Abby Burgess, Hayley Safanos. The depth on the Victorian side is pretty much unmatched in this tournament, but it'll be interesting to see how they do against this thirsty East Coast side as we start play shortly. Both teams have just had their stick checks. They're out in their final warm-ups. And we'll see how it looks early on. I think it'll be expect a quick start from the Victorians, and then they'll probably look to settle things down, maybe work on some options as they see what the East Coast has to throw at them. But don't expect East Coast to take anything lying down. They've been looking good the last 2 days they've been playing, and though they have had some tough scorelines, they have been doing a good job in terms of overall performance, making the other states work hard against them. We've got 3 broadcast games today, starting off this game at 9:15. And then later in the day, we'll have matches between Western Australia and South Australia at 11:45 a.m. Eastern Time. And then at 2:30 p.m, we'll have the Australian Under-19s taking on the East Coast women. The Under-19s will then back it up Saturday morning at 9 a.m. with another broadcast game before 2 men's games later Saturday. Finals will be Sunday. We'll be broadcasting the men's third-place playoff at 9 a.m, followed by the men's championship game at 11:45 a.m, and then the women's championship game at 2:30 p.m. So another few big days of lacrosse for us. 3 broadcasts each day, starting today. We had 2 yesterday. So plenty of lacrosse for you fans at home as we're watching the Victorians warm up now. Again, it's a dynamic offensive unit. The defense for the Australians, no slouch unit either. We've got a number of ex-Aussie Under-19s in there. Esther Lavelle, Bridget Hogan, Sasha Polnitz, Shani Brady all played on the same Under-19 side, along with Steph Kelly. And Theo Quass was there too in her second World Cup appearance. But the netminder, Brie Hussey, has been looking good so far this week. The lone goalie for the Victorian unit. Expect to see her making things hard for East Coast on the opportunities they get, as she's been having a good State League season thus far. Big Footscray presence on the Victorian unit. That'll be extra nice for them, being able to play a home tournament at their home club with Burgess, Quass, Lavelle, Kelly, Mollison, and plenty more to come. We're going to cut away to some results from the previous days, and then we'll get started shortly. Day 1 saw East Coast All-Stars open play against South Australia in the women's. They went down 4-24 against a strong South Australian unit. The final matchup, the rematch, I should say, between last year's finalists saw a turn of events as Victoria got the victory over WA, the reigning champs, who are here on Victorian soil. South Australia then played the U19s and managed to get a 4-point win over the Aussie squad there. Thursday, we saw two women's matchups. We had a big win for Western Australia, 23-4 over East Coast, followed by a big match between the Aussie under-19s and Victoria. The under-19 Australian players yet to break that 8-goal mark, but expect we should see that today, probably against the East Coast All-Stars, as we just saw Hayley Stefanos working on her standing-up routine there. On the men's side of things, do we have... That's all right. We'll get those to you later on. But we had two men's broadcasts yesterday. Both games we saw. We had the Victorian men's team coming out on top of WA, and then South Australia got the better of the East Coast All-Stars. We'll take a quick break now, then we'll be back with the start of play for this game. And we're back. We're about to start off with the opening centre draw of the match. We've got Nellie Mollison in for the Navy Blue Victorians, and we've got Juliet Austin in for the East Coast All-Stars. Also got the flick her way, but it's picked up by Austin, who's off to the races. Bella Pickett now with the ball, number 22 in the pale blue. Sasha Polnitz causes the drop ball on that one. Don't have a name for 17 on the score sheet. I'll try and find that one during the game. Sorry. Possession behind, and it's East Coast with the ball. They hand off. Pickett now has it again. She's got Sarah Smith from Footscray watching her. Another one of the Bulldogs on the team. Annabelle Williams boxes out for the ground ball. Couldn't get a handle on it, though. Flicks it free to a teammate. That's knocked down by Sarah Mollison. Bridget Hogan chasing for the ground ball there. Hogan gets the ground ball, scoops, sends it to Bree Hussey, and Abby Burgess has the ball now. Up the line, looking for Theo Quass. She's got Lena Teichman guarding her. Quass puts on the speed, sends it inside, looking for Mollison. Mollison, shot just wide of target. Goldie may have had a piece of it. Tess Clancy between the pipes for the East Coast. And we have the offside call from the near side umpire. It was East Coast trailing on defence. Lost the ball there. Ball's with Hayley Stefanos behind. A feed to Nellie Mollison up top. Unable to cover that cut. It was Lisa Keenan guarding. But Stefanos finds Mollison for the opening goal of the game. Vic's lead 1-0. Again on the replay there, Keenan was had good body position on Mollison. Mollison just able to get a stick free though, and you'll see that from Mollison. She can take the ball under pressure like no other, the lefty finisher there. She's back in the centre with Juliet Austin. Ball's played back by Austin. Maybe a Victorian player stepping on the line on that one. Cannot cross that line until possession has been called, similar to the men's rule we've had for a while now. Must be possession or a free ball before you can cross into play. Annabelle Williams with the ball now. Sends it inside. Breakaway there. Save Hussey though. That was number 30 again. No name on the team list here for number 30, but I'll try and hunt some of these down through the game. Big clearing pass there. Theo Quast comes up with it. She's guarded by Lena Teichmann. Mollison now with it to Mollison, and it's Sarah finding Nellie on the crease to finish again. So to expect a fast start from the Victorians, and we've had just that. Good pressure in defence there. We saw clearing play and just threading the needle. Hussey found Quast there. Sends it out wide for Mollison, and just a miscommunication on defence. Players heading out to the near side there, leaving Mollison on the crease. Nice and open to finish that one. Mollison and Austin again in the centre now. Mollison has both of Victoria's goals so far. Ball played high. Both centres get a piece of it, unable to play it free. Abby Burgess chasing down the ground ball now, picks it up. Bit of a fumble there. Austin after it now. She's got Burgess chasing. Check down across the body there is called. Self-start there from Juliet Austin. She sends it upfield for Pickett. Sorry we can't get those bottom corners of play in the screen there. I'll try and do my best to keep you informed of what you're missing as Sarah Smith. Great job causing the turnover there. She sends it upfield for Steph Kelly. Another Footscray connection up to Sarah Mollison. She's got Stefanos behind. Looking for the backside, quick stick, couldn't get it to go though. Pass off target, miscommunication there. I think one of the umpires thought that was a shot attempt. I think Mollison wasn't gonna whiff a shot like that. The pass just off target though. Stefanos couldn't get a handle on it, and it's going to be East Coast backing up now. Up for Williams now. She's guarded by Quas. Number 30 with it. She's got Smith with her. May have been a little bit of a push on that one. I think that's the call there. Again, you can't extend or bring your arms back in once you're defending. You can hold body position and apply equal pressure, which all the physicists in the audience will know would mean no movement, but we'll take it. Ball's up top now. 30 with it. Sends it back for Williams. She's guarded closely by Theo Quas. Mollison now defending. Flag on the play. We'll see a 3-second call there against Abby Burgess, I believe. Again, so for those of you playing along at home, once you're in that inner fan area, if you don't have an attacking player within stick's length of you, you're not considered to be actively defending, and you've only got 3 seconds in there. Similar to the key rules in basketball, as Williams couldn't get a handle on that pass, and there's the Mollison duo chasing down there. The cousins, Sarah, passing up to Nellie now, and the lefty looking to clear up. She's got Kelly ahead of her. Kelly on her left. Fakes low, shoots high, puts it over. Clancy, the goalie there for New South Wales, making it 3-0. Victoria leading comfortably early on. Again, we'll see that good clearing effort. It was the double team caused the turnover. Quick pass over from Sarah to Nellie Mollison, and then just that find on the crease. Steph Kelly, a little bit too much room. Has time to get her hands free, throw the fake, and then put it over Clancy to finish. Juliet Austin in the centre now against Steph Kelly. Kelly flicks it her way, and Ursula Fithel comes up with the ball there. Fithel finds Hussey, who finds Stefanos on the crease. And we'll have our first stick check of the game. So, again, in the women's game, for those of you playing along at home who may not be familiar with all the FIL rules, the 1 stick per quarter per team will be checked by officials. So expect if East Coast score on their next possession, they'll be having a stick check as well. But it's 1 at random after a goal is scored. You can call for stick checks as in the men's game, but the addition of the random check there as Hayley Stefanos scores that one, and the goal is all clear. It's Kelly and Williams now. Steph Kelly and Annabelle Williams in the centre. Umpire sets. Kelly again flicks it her way. Theo Quast can't quite get a clean stick on it. It's picked up now by Lena Teichmann, but she has it knocked loose by Elise Hussey. Hussey sends it to Kelly. Kelly to Stefanos. Stefanos in and finishes high to high. A little head and shoulder fake there as she puts it over the keeper. Alrighty, I've just been sent a copy of the score sheet, so I'll be able to have updated names and numbers now for the East Coast All-Stars. Hayley. Stefanos. A legal move there by Annabelle Williams in the centre, and Nellie Mollison has it going her way. Up to Stefanos behind. She gets to goal line extended, looking inside again for Mollison. She's got 2 on her. Gets the shot off, but big save Clancy, getting the stick down there in time. She clears to Bella Pickett. Pickett looking for the clear. Can't get the pass out safely. Ball makes it out of bounds off the pale blue stick. And it's going to be Victoria with the ball now. Hussey carries behind. She's got Stefanos ahead of her. The handoff there. Ball down, but no pressure sent out to X. Stefanos with the fake and the finish. Fake high, bounces it around Clancy low. Seeing on the replay here, and it's just that ball direction through X. Hussey carried from the inbounds play. Gets the handoff to Stefanos. There was a fumble there, but you'll often see players left at X and then just a little bit slow coming around from behind. It was Caroline McCluckey there, unable to arrive in time to stop Stefanos on the drive. In the centre, it's Annabelle Williams and Nellie Mollison now. Ball set, played out by Williams. Sarah Smith got the first touch of it, couldn't get it under control though, and it's coming out New South's way. Big body there, the great box out from Shani Brady, clears the ball through. Smith comes up with it, gets it back to teammate Esther Lavelle and onto Brie Hussey. Hussey has that long clearing pass if she can get her hands free. She goes to Zoel and Stannis, who loses the ball under pressure there. Nellie Mollison chasing it down. Call is off New South Queensland ACT, the East Coast All-Stars there. Mollison will have the ball again. Sends it up for Steph Kelly. Kelly looking upfield, has Sarah Smith there. She's got the ball. Driving into traffic to Mollison now. Mollison weaving through. Gets the handoff, looking for Fiddle. Coming up with it now. Kelly has it again. Down low for Hussey. Hussey looking inside for the feed. Big bump on that one. Shot gets it over Clancy's head. I think Hussey may have taken a bump to the head there from a stick. May have been incidental. We might see it on the replay here if we get a look. But you'll see that the initial approach Hussey made Ball's handed down. We see Mollison clear out of the way. Kelly down to Hussey. Both players cutting through. Drive now. Yeah, I think that just initial defensive approach. I think Hussey might have taken a shot to the head. We've had the call made now by the umpires on the field, so we'll see a man down for the East Coast All-Stars. We'll see the first player advantage for Victoria. So that goal was Elise Hussey. Took the hit there. Umpires deemed the hit after play, so Victoria starting with the ball. I think it was the missed initial call and then the later one there, but right call in the end. Mollison with it, looking upfield now, has Sarah Smith. Sarah Smith, big shot. Saved by the defender's stick there from the East Coast All-Stars. Mollison now with it to Hussey. Hussey looking inside. Free space will be the call on that one. So for those of you playing it along at home, the free space call, you can be between your player and the goal defending if you're on ball, but if they're looking to shoot, you can't cross their path in the way of the goal, as Mollison misses just wide on that one and has it backed up by Steph Kelly. So you can't shoot through traffic in women's lacrosse, risking the dangerous shot call, and the way to prevent that is they have the free space call there as well for the defenders. So it's an interesting one. You'll quite often see if there's a missed free space call, you'll see a dangerous shot follow on. And many a frustrated attacker has been stung with a yellow card for a dangerous shot after they think there should have been a free space call. Steph Kelly now driving from behind on her left, feeds inside for Mollison. Mollison has McCluckey all over her, but still manages to get the ball to the back of the net there. As we see the replay, the quick inbound here, Steph Kelly just out of shot there. Gets the ball in, drives wide, and again, two defenders playing sides on that one. Mollison sort of snuck through the middle, and as McCluckey showed to the ball, she had that backside space. Again, one of the risks of leaving players behind, that sort of splitting sides that East Coast were doing there, just makes it a little bit hard if you've got a player who can drive either way and feed up top. So that was Steph Kelly to Sarah Mollison on that last shot there, making it 7-0. Minutes left in the first quarter as Victoria are looking very comfortable so far. Mollison knocks the ball down to ground, but Charlotte Robertson doesn't let her have it clean. Sarah Smith coming through, getting the scraps there as Robertson bodied out well. Kelly has the ball now, looking up top, gets it to Mollison. Call there against the East Coast All-Stars. Used to be a delayed call, the offside. You could make it up if it was incidental, or was often called that way. Now it's called every time, though. So East Coast make that up, and Mollison with the ball now. I think miscommunication out there on the field between the players. I think they were still looking at that man-down play. Although even strength now is returned. Burgess behind with the ball, finds Kelly in front. Kelly, great take after that feed, gives it one little pump of a cradle and then puts it away past Clancy. We'll see on the replay, Mollison, steady as anything, draws the defense far side. Kelly gets her hands free. Sarah Smith inside. And then Kelly, just that delayed cut there. So quick ball movement, the redirect from behind. I think East Coast were looking for Burgess to find Stefanos behind goal, but she found the stick of Steph Kelly, who put that one away for the Victorians. Even strength now again as Victoria lead 9-0. Mollison in the centre there with number 3 for the East Coast All-Stars. Sorry about that delay. Check that. It was number 5. Sorry, I've misread a uniform there. Charlotte Robertson as Victoria score again. We'll see the replay on this one out of the centre. Mollison there to Sarah Mollison, looking inside, take by Steph Kelly and stuck at 5-hole against Clancy. Kelly's third of the game so far, making it 10-0. Abby Burgess now in the centre with Robertson. Umpire getting sticks set there. Burgess plays it up. Robertson does a good job batting it down. Bella Pickett chasing after it. She's got Burgess with her. Burgess carries. No, the held check there will have called. So Burgess got the ball to her stick. Robertson's check came down. Cannot hold that check, though. It has to be in and out really fast as Sarah Mollison finds Nellie Mollison for the finish. Clock is on the field. We're going to be in the closing 30 seconds of the quarter now as Victoria score another one. So again, Robertson, just that held check, and Burgess, once she got the ball, was off to the races with the self-start, one of the newer rules added to the women's game. She finds Mollison upfield, and then as two defenders show towards Mollison, just leaves Nellie Mollison on the bottom corner there, getting the feed from Sarah. Robertson and Burgess in the centre again. Maybe an empty check on that one. Burgess hadn't gotten to the ball. Bella Pickett preempting the self-start there from Burgess. The umpire stops to rearrange players. Got to hang tight there. Cannot self-start once the umpire's got everyone set and ready. Burgess streaking through, cradles out. Stefanos now with the ball. Turns the corner, fakes the handoff to Sarah Mollison. And that very quiet whistle there signals quarter time. I think the ball carrier and defender both thought play was still on. Hayley Stefanos being defended right into quarter time. And at the quarter, Victoria lead 11-0 over the East Coast All-Stars. We'll have some highlights now from the first quarter, looking at a number of Victorian goals. First one had the inbounds, and it was Hayley Stefanos holding. Victoria doing a good job just clearing through, setting that ISO play, giving Stefanos the one-on-one drive, and then breaking from the pack. It was Nellie Mollison, her defender, just trailing. Couldn't get her hands to, or couldn't get her stick to Mollison's stick. The next one, it was the long clear from Hussey to Quast, just threading the needle between defenders. That quick run upfield there, the handoff, finding Sarah Mollison, who then found Danelle Mollison. And that's a Footscray combo we've seen a lot here in the State League competition in Victoria. There's another defensive turnover here, and a number of the Victorian goals have started from good defensive efforts. It was Sarah Mollison flipping ball upfield to Danelle Mollison. Carrying in there, Steph Kelly, we saw her play just that long slide, giving Mollison plenty of time to find the open player. It's a tough one, trying to get the spacing right against this Victorian side. They've got so many scoring threats. Who do you cover? Where do you go? It's hard to not force the have the long slide called. Erst Fiddle there, getting a great ground ball under pressure, finding Elise Hussey, who then found Hayley Stefanos. Fiddle, the lone Williamstown player in the Victorian unit. Again, great ground ball under pressure there to get the play started. Steph Kelly, we saw 3 goals from her, as well as a number of centre draw wins. That one was taken down by the All-Stars, but it was pressured well enough that Hussey could come up with a ground ball to Kelly, and then on to Stefanos, who found the back of the net with a little dip and dunk. We're about to start play here in the second quarter. It's Juliet Austin against Danelle Mollison, starting off where we picked up our first quarter. Victoria lead 11-0. They've just updated the scoreboard on the field. Scoreboard on your screen is correct. And again, we do our best to get the time updated periodically through the quarter, but it's hard to manage with a stop clock. We don't have a quite direct link yet. I've just been informed we were perfect that last quarter, so you can expect perfection at home now. I've been told by the officials. Flick from Mollison to Mollison. Lost the ball, but I think her defender thought she'd taken it cleanly, so ball was picked up off the deck there by the Footscray duo, and Victoria back on the attack now. Hussey well covered there. Great knockdown defensively. It was Lisa Kiernan there all over Hussey, forcing the error. Ball's out of bounds, and that's just a great individual defensive effort there from Kiernan. Hussey is a stick protection machine. Her drive and finish ability makes her one of the leading goal scorers in the Victorian comp. She's dynamite for Newport. Whistle on the play there. We had the bump. Self-start. Hussey's off. She gets it to Quass and on to Smith now. Smith driving down the line. Free space is the call. Lucky not to have made contact on that one. We had Charlotte Robertson driving through. Again, just that slide option it's a tough one in women's lacrosse. How do you get to the ball carrier without getting between them and the goal in a timely manner? And Robertson unlucky on that one. Smith finds the top corner there, gets it by Clancy, sticking it off stick high. Great finish there from the Footscray player. See out of the free space. Call. Plenty of room for the righty to finish. He drove down the line. Clancy held her ground, trying to split the difference in the middle. But Smith equal to the challenge as Austin came in, trying to get that crash in time. Unable to do so. Sarah Smith's first goal of the game. And we've got Austin and Mollison in the centre again now. Robertson plays the ball wide, clearing through for the ground ball. Coming up with it now. She's chased by Sarah Smith. Smith gets the foot position there, trying to drive her wide. Great move inside from Austin. Austin, big shot. Hussey the save, though. And it's Rebecca Simpfendorfer there, guarded by Zoellen Stannis. Ball hits the sideline there. Good defensive pressure from the young Victorian. Nice roll there. Loses her footing, maintains possession of the ball. Great composure under pressure there. Finds Quass on the breakaway. Up to Sarah Mollison now. She's chased by Williams. Williams can't get there in time. Looking for the feed. Draws away. Quass has one with her. And we've got the free space call on that one again. Williams just turning into the way of the ball. Quass nice and low. One player coming, but again sticks it far side high against Clancy there to make it 13-0. For the Victorians. Again, that play started. The great defensive effort and then ground ball from Zoellen Stannis. Hit the deck, had a bit of a slide, but managed to keep hold of the ball as she was standing up. Got the pass up to Quass, and the fast break started from there. Theo Quass getting the finish on that one. Her first goal of the game. One of two former Maryland Terrapins on the Victorian side, along with Sarah Mollison. They've just won another national championship over in the States, playing Division 1 NCAA lacrosse. Hashtag Fear the Turtle. Zoellen Stannis, great ground ball on that one. She has a trailing defender, gets the pass. Nellie Mollison, good job taking that one at extension over the end sideline. Burgess now has it. Defender just overcommitting to the far side there as she snakes her way back through. Gets her hands free and sticks it past Clancy, who has been under the pump so far this game. See the replay on this one. Stannis does a good job under pressure. Nellie Mollison did a good job keeping that one in. It was a difficult pass. It was away from her body and almost would have been out of bounds had it been left. But then that quick pass infield finds Mollison, who finds Burgess. Burgess's first goal of the game, and she's in the centre now with Juliet Austin. Burgess plays the ball down to the ground, carrying it forward to herself now. She finds Hussey in front. Hussey, the two fakes there, and as she's closing angle, I think just planted Clancy to the ground there. With that second fake, drops her stick, goes low and gets it past the keeper as Hussey finds the back of the net again. We'll see that straight out of the centre there. Good box outs from the East Coast players, but Burgess just had that first step on the ball. Hussey there, that quick fake, the quick second fake, and then that low finish. And I think Clancy, good read on the first one, unable to get down there for the second and third though. And Hussey makes it 14-0 now. Yes, Elise Hussey, twin sister of Bree Hussey, the goalie at the other end. One's a scorer, one's a stopper. Been unofficially nominated by me to the ALA all-twin team. I don't think such a team exists, but if it did, that'd be the front runners. You've got to think. It's Annabelle Williams and Abby Burgess in the centre now. Williams hails from the UK. Been playing her across the East Coast for a few years now. Ball from Burgess up to Fiddle. Great find from Stefanos to Kelly, but just a big doorstop save from Clancy there, getting the ball away. Williams under pressure, looking upfield now. Can't get a clean catch on it. Numbers around the ball, picked up by Zolan Stanis, knocked loose. Fiddle's now after it. Ball's batted away, and Burgess comes up with it. She gets it to Hussey. East Coast have numbers downfield, and that just shows how many Victorians were around that ball then. We had 6 East Coast defenders down with only 3 of the Victorians around in attack. Play getting settled now. Stefanos looking for the drive behind. Inside tries to find Fiddle. Ball's knocked down. Picked up now by Pickett. It was Robertson who got the knockdown. Nice handle on that one. Clancy now with the ball looking for the clear. She's got Stefanos handing her at the crease. Crease rules a little bit different from the women's in the men's game than women's game. Men's game, obviously 4 seconds of possession in the crease for the goalie. In the women's game, the ball has 10 seconds in the crease in any way. Once the goalie has it, or if it's sitting in the crease, or even if a defender comes in to clear the ball out, 10 seconds total in the crease. So you'll see a slightly more comfortable looking goalie there as they try to look for the clear. Less of that urgency, but again, just one of those differences we see. Steph Kelly now with the ball from Hussey, looks back inside, the give and go. Whistle on the play there, a bit of a delay. I think Williams and Hussey both keeping it going after the whistle. Obviously not enough for the umpires to want to call anything from it, but there was the free space play on that one as Williams arrived between Hussey and the goal. Good crash there from the East Coast, but Hussey able to get that shot off before the defenders arrived. There was 4 of them around her as she put that one in the back of the net. We'll see here. Yeah, so another free position shot, and it's not doing Clancy any favours here. This East Coast defence are up against it, but Clancy's seen a number of free position shots from this strong Victorian side, and you see by the time the 4th defender arrived, Hussey had already put the ball in the back of the net there. It was a good crash from the East Coast, though, as Hussey hits her 3rd of the day, making it 16-0 for Victoria. Bit of a miscommunication here. Victorians too many on the field as Sasha Polnitz tries to sub off. Umpire doesn't have to wait there, does so, allows the sub to happen. Could have been a delay of play call or a too many players on the field call if the umpire had have wanted. But letting Sasha Polnitz get the sub there. Bit of miscommunication maybe from the Victorian bench as Burgess and Williams go for it. Great take there from the East Coast and moving upfield. Can't get the safe hand to it, but the ball's still loose. Picked up now. It's number 17, Lena Teichmann. She's guarded closely by Esther Lavelle. Ball's moved on and East Coast in possession. Audria Hu with the ball now. Bella Pickett has it. She's got Quass watching her. Up now for Williams. Williams guarded by Burgess. Looking for the drive down the line. Lefty drive. Looking for the far side shot just over the pipe. Good show there. 3 Victorians crashing to the ball on this inbounds. Obviously with the pause on the whistle. Few free East Coast players on the far side if they can get themselves open. See this Victorian defence very collapsed at the moment. Can they find the mismatch? Looking for that open player on the backside. Great look inside. Can't get the finish though. Charlotte Robertson there. And that ball's batted aside there. Backed up again though by the East Coast. Umpire stopping clock there just to get a lacrosse ball into play. Annabelle Williams with the ball behind. It's got Shani Brady watching her. Bella Pickett now has it. Burgess guarding her up front. Turns the corner, heads back through X, looking inside now. Ball's knocked down. We've got a player knocked down as well. Burgess comes up with the ball. It was Robertson who hit the deck hard, but has gotten up quickly. Looks like she's all right. Finding Steph Kelly now, upfield. Looking ahead, we've got Theo Quass on the breakaway. She finds Stefanos. Stefanos to Mollison. Couldn't get a handle on it. Quass comes up with a ground ball, though. Good collapse there by the East Coast defence to force the error on that pass. Victoria looking like they were going to have another breakaway goal there. The Vics get their subs in now. Sarah Mollison, the high and wide drive up top. Hands off to Burgess, looking across the top now. Got to watch those players on the crease. Could get the free space call if they're not paying attention. Flag on the play now. Maybe a 3-second call. Yes, it is. Again, just a little bit too compressed. I think it's a tough spot to be in again for this East Coast defence. The Victorians, such a dangerous offensive unit there. It's hard to cover everyone effectively, and I think on that one they just got swamped on the crease. Unable to get back out, though. Stefanos looking inside. Finds Mollison, who under pressure somehow gets her hands free to finish there. And it's Victoria 17-0 now as Sarah Mollison finds the back of the net. And we'll see the replay here. It was a ambitious feed inside. We saw Nellie Mollison starting with the ball after that 3-second call. Inside to Stefanos. Sarah Mollison had Annabelle Williams draped over her as she managed to get her hands free to finish there. And we'll have Juliet Austin and Abby Burgess in the centre now. Austin manages to play the ball back, knocked down by Quass, can't get it clean though. Austin does a good job getting to the ground ball. She's got two Victorians with her. Gets to her left. That check from behind though, going to be called against Burgess. Risky move there. She's got Who to her left. Pickett back upfield if she can get there. Lavelle comes out to challenge. Pickett now has the ball. She's got Burgess watching her. Sends it around the back. Rebecca Simpfendorfer on the drive. Gets it to Pickett. Pickett again with Burgess watching her. Got to cut out of her way. They've got too many slide options here for the Victorians. Who has the ball? She's under pressure. Burgess comes out behind now to guard Pickett. Pickett really the quarterback of this East Coast offense, trying to get her players to move through for her. Looking to set up the one-on-one ISO drive, it would seem. Across the top now, East Coast spread again. I think they were just getting a little bit too clumped in on offense. Giving themselves a bit of room to work now, forcing the Victorian defence to come out and meet them. Good body position there by Bridget Hogan. May have just been a little extension, gets the push call there. East Coast with the ball, and it's Simpfendorfer again. She's being chased by Hogan. Up to Who now. She's got Lavelle watching her. High wide pass, and it's Quass guarding now. Alina Teichman there gets the ball back after that high check through the bubble. Teichman there guarded, looking inside, can't get the ball in clean. Cover is the call against Charlotte Robertson there, and it's going to be Sarah Mollison getting the ball at the top of the fan. Looking ahead, she's got Steph Kelly. Kelly guarded closely upfield. Gets her hands away, drives behind now, looking for trailers. That's going to be umpire error there. Sarah Mollison hadn't caught the ball yet. There was a free space call. Loose ball on the play. Who gets it now? Ball back with Steph Kelly. There we go. Bit of a tricky one on that one. The errored whistle when the ball was loose on that one on the missed pass, but Victoria get it back, luckily. For them, I should say, as Mollison gets the feed from Stefanos, puts it in the back of the net. I may have been calling Charlotte Robertson incorrectly. Listed on one score sheet as 5, one as 30, and there is a 5 on the field. So the bit of discrepancy there on the All-Star lineup. So I'll apologise to whoever I'm calling by the wrong name, but there's two players out there, both listed as Charlotte Robertson, as it's Burgess and Austin in the middle now. So that Austin plays it back. Sarah Smith chases down. Stumbling behind her, Rebecca Partner couldn't get her feet underneath her as she tried to box out for the ball. Pass across the top there, errant. Out of bounds now, and it's going to be East Coast ball on the near side as the clock comes onto the field. That means 30 seconds to go for those of you playing along at home. Austin with the ball now. She's got Smith watching her. Kelly comes in for the double. Kept the cradle at first, but couldn't get it through as she cradles into the back of Sarah Smith. Hayley Stefanos gets the ball there and sticks it away emphatically past Clancy. See the replay on this one. It was Austin carrying there. Sarah Smith somehow with the back of her as Austin cradled into her. Managed to play the reverse defense there, and the ball was upfield for Stefanos and in the back of the net. Quick as you like as Austin and Burgess are in for the centre again. Big pull by Austin. Esther Lavelle stepping over uncalled on that one. Who comes up with the ball? And we've got another whistle, and that'll bring us to half-time. Scores currently 19-0 Victoria's way. We'll take a quick break now before we bring you some highlights from the second quarter as we get ready to start the second half. Stay with us during the break. Alrighty, we're back and we're going to bring you some highlights from the second quarter there as another goal-scoring flurry from the Victorians saw them leading 19-0 at the break. First one, it was that held check call, and it was Robertson there. Burgess getting the ball back. Quick transition on the self-start. Ball upfield there. Found Sarah Mollison, who had Nellie Mollison at the back door there to put that one by Clancy to open scoring for the second quarter. Yeah, that's that same play. It was that slow whistle on the held check call before Burgess was off to the races, as we see that. Oop, we appear to be in a loop. And it's Burgess off to the races again this Groundhog Day. Upfield to Mollison, who I guess finds Mollison, who again puts it in the back of the net there. All right, we'll try and sort that out and may get back to you with some highlights before we restart play. Here we go. We had one, and it was the turnover caused by Sarah Mollison there, getting that ground ball to flip upfield to Nellie Mollison. Mollison looking inside, found Steph Kelly on the backside there. Quick little flurry of fakes before the finish, and we're about to have both teams head back out to the field. It was Steph Kelly winning a centre to herself here against... There we go. It was Fiddle getting the pick up on that one, finding Stefanos and Hussey there. Sorry about the slight delay there on the replays. We're having a hard time working out which is which, but we're about to be underway now with the second half. We can bring you a whole new batch of replays and highlights ahead. Again, a reminder for everyone at home, we've got more games coming up ahead today, and we've got 3 games both days, Saturday and Sunday. So at 11:45 today, we'll have WA versus SA in the women's, which will be certainly match of the day, I would think. Then at 2:30 p.m, we're going to have the Australian Under-19s taking the East Coast All-Stars on again as they play their second game of the day after what is looking like it's going to be a tough finish to this one. Saturday, we've got 3 games again. You'll see your Aussie Under-19 women's squad taking on Western Australia before, in the men's, we see Victoria versus the East Coast and Western Australia versus South Australia. On Sunday, we'll have the men's third place playoff, followed by the men's championship game for 1 and 2, and the women's championship game following that at 2:30 p.m. as we're about to get underway with the opening centre draw of the second half. And it's Steph Kelly, and Juliet Austin picking up where we left off. Ball played high, a number of players going up after it. Austin manages to get her stick to it. She's got the double team on her, though. Stick knocked away. I think she was hoping for a held check call there. Unlucky on that one for her. Ball from Brady to Stannis to Kelly to Quass. Hussey now with it. Looks down low. Finds Stefanos. At goal line extended. Kelly is streaking down. Great off-stick save there by Clancy, though. Number of big saves from the All-Star keeper here. Ball coming up near side now, and Stefanos and Smith on the defensive effort. Push is called against Sarah Smith on that one. Self-start there, and we're off to the races again. The triple team arrives now, still holding the ball. Check across the body there is called. Rebecca Putner here doing a great job. One of the co-captains of the East Coast side, number 18. Ball's with her, all players 4 metres off, but this triple team is going to arrive again quickly. Vics need to watch for the offside call. Sarah Smith arrives now. Ball looking across the top, and it's one of the players listed as Charlotte Robertson with the ball now. Hands off to Annabelle Williams. Again, sorry about the miscommunication we've had here on the score sheets. Not sure what the solution is to that, but hopefully by the next game we'll have some answers. As we've got a 3-second call there on Sasha Polnitz. In the video screen, it looks like she might have been just wide, but we'll see what happens here as the East Coast All-Stars have the ball. Polnitz behind. Bella Pickett sent up high. We've got Robertson in the middle now looking to drive down. Zoellen Stannis arriving in time. Gets it off to Putner. She's got Smith watching her. Ball's up top now with Bella Pickett. We saw a lot of her controlling play from X in the first half. Will we see more of a up-top driving game in the second? Good fake pass there. Lena Teichmann there sends it down low to number 30. Teichmann again with the ball. She's got Urs Fittel guarding her. Great take there from number 30. Couldn't get the shot on target, though, as she's under pressure. Bella Pickett backing up. And Pickett will start with the ball behind for East Coast. Pickett sends it far side for Amelie Gerhard. Cross now for Teichmann, driving down the line, sends it off to Pickett, who has been absolutely everywhere for the East Coast. Annabelle Williams calling her to drive through from X, as Williams takes her player away. Quick redirect there. Pass is picked off, though, by Bree Hussey, who is waiting for the feed across the top. Theodora Quass now with the ball, looking upfield. She's got Elise Hussey. Hussey looks for the drive. Players high and wide, though, as the East Coast defence collapse down on them. Stefanos with the ball behind now. Stefanos weaving back and forth there. Switch of players, hands off to Quass now. Quass is guarded one-on-one. Williams got to watch the 3 seconds there, finds a player now. She was a little bit loose, showing for that slide help, but again, you've only got 3 seconds where you can leave a player to show like that. Kelly across the front. Fittel takes a quick stick finish there. Great find from Ursula Fittel as Steph Kelly sneaks that pass through to her, and the Williamstown player puts it in the back of the net on a nice little quick stick finish. Again, just good movement, good off-ball movement here you'll see from the Victorians. Steph Kelly behind had a number of players sort of cutting through up top, and then just that backside finish from Urs Fittel as the rest of the East Coast defenders were watching ball side there. Makes it 20-0 as Ursula Fittel scores. Austin and Burgess in the centre now. After a bit of setup discussion there, we're holding the clocks to set up the centre. As the team's just trying to work out which way they're going. That's probably the longest Victoria have gone without scoring a goal so far in the game, and I think that break from the centre draw, obviously confusing some of the players and umpires there, not sure where to set players up. Burgess and Austin set now, though. Ball batted down. Williams got a piece of it, and it's knocked back to Austin. Nice take there from number 1, Juliet Austin. Carries back, gets it to Pickett now. She's got Williams up top. Williams has Burgess watching her. Looking for number 30, one of the players listed as Charlotte Robertson. That pass off target, though, and it's going to be taken by the Victorians. Sasha Polnitz starting with the ball. She's got 3 Victorians along the centre line all together waiting for this one. Up now for Hussey. Hussey has Smith ahead of her. There's Mollison ahead there as well. East Coast 3 defenders back, though. They're in a reasonable position if they can keep him out. And Mollison there couldn't get the shot on. Clancy may have gotten a piece of it for the save. May have just dropped short, though. Hussey now with a great trailing check there from the East Coast All-Stars. It's number 18, Rebecca Putner there, causing the turnover, getting the ground ball. And she's guarded by Burgess as she looks to clear. Push call on that. Putner back to where the call was made. Heading in field now, finds Annabelle Williams. Williams to Bella. And Pickett crosses the line there. Putner back into defence now. Again, just trying to watch that offside. Williams has it. She's guarded by Sarah Mollison down the line for number 30, one of the Charlotte Robertsons. Good defensive presence there from Sasha Polnitz, just matching feet there. No space to move. Hogan now defending. Ball's up top now with Williams. She's guarded by Sarah Mollison again. Great roll. The high push there came up behind the head of Williams. May have been very close there to getting that head contact yellow. But Williams did a good job holding the ball. She'll get the ball back now. The Victorians ready to crash. They clear a lane on that, but they don't give them the free fan when they're just above. So Victoria in a good position to crash in again as Who comes up with a great ground ball feeding the crease. Shot just off target, high and wide though. Ball's backed up, picked up by Rebecca Simpfendorfer, up to number 30. Sending it behind now for Bella Pickett. She looks to drive the crease. She's got Theo Quast watching her. Williams has it now. Williams' shot knocked down by a defender. Elise Hussey flicks up to Bree Hussey, who takes it looking for the long clear. She's got Abby Burgess ahead. Burgess onto Sarah Smith. It's a 2-on-3. The Victorians down numbers, but Smith looks for the drive. Peels out at the last minute. Finds Sarah Mollison trailing, who finds the back of the net. And it's Sarah Mollison with the pass from Sarah Smith there. As Victoria get yet another, and it's a good clearing game here. It was a good offensive possession there from the East Coast as Burgess went the long pass upfield. Smith did a good job cradling out, drawing that space in the middle, and then Mollison, the trailer, just straight through down the line and puts it in the back of the net there. Looking for centre draw players now. East Coast need to send someone. Annabelle Williams just having a chat with the attack line there. It'll be Williams versus Hayley Stefanos, one of the leadership crew from the Victorians. Her first centre draw of the game. Sarah Smith takes that one clean. Looking upfield, she gets it to Nellie Mollison. She's got Burgess and Stefanos driving down the middle. Back to Mollison now. To Sarah Mollison on the crease, that little high, fake low finish that we've seen for years now in this competition from Sarah Mollison. Great finish on that one on the feed. Quick play out of the centre. It was Sarah Smith who took the ball early and moved it well. Stefanos plays it forward. Sarah Smith crosses over to get the ball down, takes it left, up to Mollison now. And it was that quick redirection from Stefanos out of the middle down to Mollison, who found cousin Sarah Mollison on the crease. Back in now, and it's Stefanos and Williams in the centre. As Sarah Mollison picks up her 5th of the game. Ball must have just made it high enough. Zoellen Stannis comes up with the pickup now. She looks up to Hayley Stefanos. Stefanos on the drive now. Bit of a stutter step dodge there. Couldn't get it the shot away though as Clancy makes the save. The defender batting the ball back into the crease for the keeper. Clancy looking for pass options as the Victorians fall into their ride. As we cross the 5-minute mark in the 3rd period. Needs that quick pass. Finds it now. She's got Amber Salisbury with the ball. She goes up to Annabelle Williams. Nice clearing play there. Good patience from Clancy. Driving upfield, Williams has it. That'll be a push there. Annabelle Williams getting a little bit ahead of herself there. Umpire pulling her back. Giving Sarah Smith a long 4 metres to stand back. Ball's over with Pickett now. Onto Salisbury, sends it down for Audrey who carries behind. She's guarded by Stannis. Up now with Pickett. Pickett has Williams driving down the line. Shot there. Comfortable stick side save from Bree Hussey. Burgess, bit of a crow hop there as she sends the power pass up to Steph Kelly onto Stefanos now. And Stefanos finds the back of the net there on that backside cut. Again, quick transition play has been the MO for Victoria so far this game as they make it a 23-point game. Again, that long pass from Burgess up to Kelly. Kelly drawing the defence. 2 players look to her. The 3rd comes and Stefanos is able to sneak that by on the near side pipe. Hayley Stefanos, another Victorian with 5 goals in the game. Williams and Stefanos in the centre again. Williams plays it high, gets to stick to it. Ball's knocked down. 2 East Coast players after it now. It's one of the Charlotte Robertsons, number 30 with it now. Oh, thought about the shot, thought to cradle it back in though, and ball is down there. Unlucky play on that one. I think it was Sally. Check that. Number 13, Ali Eldridge, who had that one and just fumbled it looking for the shot there. Sarah Mollison with the ball now. Carries wide. She's guarded by McLucky. Inside now. Fiddle with the ball. Changes to her left and sticks it by Clancy. To make it 24-0 as Fiddle gets her second. We'll have a stick check called. We'll just see it again. Just good redirection here. Sarah Mollison, all the defenders watching her. Urs Fiddle, great little C cut there. Gets away from a player on the crease. And again, just great job finding space there as her player slid to Mollison. Urs Fiddle just turned that corner, stuck it in her left hand, and then put it past the keeper on the long side. Juliet Austin and Hayley Stefanos in the centre now. Substitution there out of the centre. Could be a stick issue there. Austin leaving play. Not sure what the call was there. But it's potentially one of the Charlotte Robertsons, number 5 in the centre now. Ball's played up. Great take there by East Coast, but the pressure is coming. Sends it back down into the defence, looking upfield now. And it's Ali Aldridge with the ball. Looking upfield, finds a mark there, number 30, possibly one of the Charlotte Robertsons with it now. As we hear just under a minute to play now. Aldridge with it. She's got Mollison coming for her. Victoria pushing all the way out. 30 with the ball now. Driving through traffic, the triple team comes. Great possession there. Manages to keep it away from danger. And a good pickup now by Lena Teichmann. She's got Sasha Polnitz guarding her. Looking to the crease, ambitious pass there, and it's knocked down by Burgess. Unlucky finish on that one. It was a great possession offensively from East Coast, handling the Victorian defence's pressure. Pass almost knocked down on that one, as it was meant for Sarah Mollison or Hayley Stefanos. Stefanos with the ball now. She's got trailers chasing her. Up to Sarah Mollison now. She's guarded closely, looking for that trailing check. Couldn't get it to go, and that'll bring us to the third quarter. And at the end of the third, Victoria lead 24-0 in what has been a scoring masterclass so far. East Coast tested Hussey a few times early on, unable to get the ball in the back of the net though. Clancy at the other end has been under the pump, come up with some big saves, but against this Victorian unit, it's hard to have a good day in the office. We'll bring you some highlights of the third quarter now before we head into the fourth. Ball movement around the outside, and again, we're just seeing that East Coast defence have just been really under the pump, trying to work out the range of their defence. That time showing towards the ball, trying to cover the threat of Steph Kelly. Urs Fiddle does a great job getting that one around. A little bit of a C-cut behind play, able to get the ball and put it in the back of the net. Big clearing pass here by Hussey up to Burgess. Another long pass up for Sarah Smith. We'll just see this clear through here. Draws the defence over. It's a strong side matchup now. And then down that backside, we have Sarah Mollison coming through as a trailer. Great finish there from Mollison. It was Stefanos and Williams in the centre. Ball played out. Sarah Smith took it, crossed over, goes to her left. Long pass upfield now. Mollison across to Stefanos, back to Mollison, looking toward the crease, and it's Sarah Mollison there, gets the ball from Nelly. Looking inside now, it was the save on the shot from Williams, just not doing enough to test the keeper. Another long pass here, Burgess sending it up the line. Steph Kelly had that one. Looks across the top and finds Stefanos on the backside again. This East Coast defence just having a really rough day trying to find matchups here. They're sending 2s and 3s to the ball, but the Victorians do a good job capitalising on the free space they're being given, or the open space they're being given, as they draw these long slides from the East Coast defence, trying to find some answers to the in-close offence of Victoria. As we head into the fourth quarter now, Victoria lead comfortably 24-0. East Coast not looking phased though, still playing their same game, doing a great job moving the ball. We've seen some good offensive possessions from them, but again, the few shots they've been getting have been stuffed by Bree Hussey at the defensive end for Victoria. Again, Clancy done a good job as well, making some big saves, but just had so much asked of her. It's a tough day in the office to face an offense like this Victorian team has. In the centre now, it's Burgess and Austin. May have been a blood rule call earlier on Austin, actually. The stick has come out the same, but she's got some tape on her leg. May have been the call there, so not sure about that. But she's back in now, which is good. She's been big for the East Coast in the centre. And again, she's got an Aussie centre player in Abby Burgess there to contend with, so it's another tough day in the office for her. That ball not high enough out of the centre, has to get above the head height of both players in the middle. And that one not hitting the required height, so we'll redraw it. That one definitely hitting the height there. Both players going up for it. Quas gets stick to it, knocks it forward, picks it up on the bounce. She's got Mollison now with it, looking upfield for Stefanos. Stefanos goes Nellie Mollison backside. She's got cutters streaming through the fan there. Over to Quas now as the Victorians look to re-space. Burgess couldn't get her hand to the ball on that one. Both teams trying to clear through for the ground ball. Nellie Mollison gets a piece of it. May have been a pre-check called there, as East Coast will look to clear now. Number 30, one of the potential Charlotte Robertsons with the ball. Great roll there as the triple team comes. Looking for Putner, couldn't get a handle on it. Nellie Mollison comes up with the ground ball. She's got Stefanos upfield. Even numbers, but East Coast defenders arriving faster than the Victorian attackers as the Vics look to settle down to play some 6-on-6. Nellie Mollison with it now, sends it to Burgess. Quick redirect there to the lefty, looking for the sweep across the top. Doesn't have pass options inside, sends it back on now to Burgess. On to Hayley Stefanos. Steph Kelly now with it. The handoff for Stefanos, driving down the line, hits the back pipe, then the keeper, and it's Mollison chasing it down, Nellie Mollison, I should say. Pick up there by number 20, and then back on to Stefanos. Theo Quas sends it inside for Steph Kelly, who finds the outside of the net there. Looked like it was a good finish. Saw some net movement, but out the back there, not enough angle for the lefty shot. Putner now has it. She's guarded by Hayley Stefanos. Advantage was the call. The late check there picked up Putner with it now. Looking cross field, that pass errant though, picked up by Theo Quas. Annabelle Williams couldn't get to it in time. Lena Teichman on the other side looking for it, just couldn't get there. As Steph Kelly gets the feed from Theo Quas and puts that one in the back of the net. Again, seeing that missed pass leading to transition for Victoria, and they've done a good job capitalising on the errors. As this time, Quas draws the defence to the right as Kelly hangs out on that backside there. Ready to get the finish. Steph Kelly's fourth of the game as we have Bella Pickett lining up to take her first centre draw against Abby Burgess. Pickett's had a lot of the possession offensively for the East Coast. But again, looking for that sort of facilitator role, it's been a tough day for the New South Wales, Queensland, ACT combo side. That ball taken by Burgess, but we'll have a redraw called. Scores at 25-0. Victoria slowing down on the scoring, bit more possession, and the East Coast defence doing a better job as well. We've seen more missed opportunities from the Victorians as we have that empty check there called against Williams. Yeah, the Victorians have been making some more passing errors, more offensive errors, as they've been having the pressure put on them by the East Coast as Quas gets the ball onto Burgess now. Driving down the line, looking inside for Mollison. Mollison over to Hussey. And the cut there, great ball movement. And again, you just see that classic pass the ball and then move offense from the Victorians. Nice simple motion. Mollison sends the ball down to Hussey as her defender looks down for the ball. Mollison cuts into that space, gets her hands free and puts that one away. So we see Burgess here to Mollison. Mollison to Hussey. The defenders look down and Mollison is off to the races there on the backside looking for the quick stick finish, making it 26-0. The Victorians have been dominating. In the centre now, we've got Nellie Mollison and Annabelle Williams as Sarah Mollison just scored her 6th of the day. Sarah Smith, Sarah Mollison on the wings for the Victorians, and we've got Bella Pickett on one side for the East Coast. Just trying to see a number on the far side. It's one of our Charlotte Robertsons potentially. Number 5 this time. Austin trying for it. Big ground ball scrum. Picked up ahead by number 30. We've got a whistle on the play though. And we've had what may get called as a check to the head. Robertson, number 30, coming out with the ball. But no, it was a ball in the play there. That's the East Coast men warming up. So I think the whistle on play was, there we go. Yeah, we had there's another ball entered play. It was from the men warming up on the other field while East Coast had possession. So we're going to see number 30, who could be a Charlotte Robertson, with the ball, looking for the free position shot. Esther Lavelle behind her. Looking for the drive now inside. Great trailing check there from the defenders. East Coast back up though. Again, just textbook free position shot defense. They're trying for that trailing check. Don't go towards the body. Just if that stick comes back on the wind up, try to capitalize there. We may have a push call here against Sarah Smith. Austin looks like she took one to the ribs there, looking sore. And it might go back to East Coast here, I think. Just trying to see the umpire's signals through the stream of players. It is. It's Juliet Austin with the ball just outside the fan. Looking for the power shot, and it's going to need a bit more than that to get by Bree Hussey. If you want to score on number 23, you've got to really bring the heater with you. Driving down the line there, Quas finds Hussey. Hussey, the over-the-head dunk there. I think one of those savvy attack moves rather than trying to turn and running into traffic there. After we saw this clear from Bree Hussey, the long ball upfield to Quas, who is wide open, streaking upfield, knowing that pass was available. Looking inside there, Hussey gets ahead of her player, and rather than trying to turn into the defense, just puts it over her head, trusting that the goal won't have moved. And luckily enough, it hadn't moved. So that'll make it 27-0 as Elise Hussey scores her 4th of the day. Williams and Mollison in the centre. To the left of screen, we've got Pickett and Smith. To the right of screen, it's Mollison and possibly Robertson. Ball's loose on the deck. Annabelle Williams comes up with the ground ball. She's got trailing defenders with her. Takes the second bump. I think the push call was there. A triple team really making Williams feel it as she sends the ball over to Pickett. Pickett's guarded closely by Lavelle. Looking for that pass inside, just handcuffed her player with the offside pass there. Sarah Smith gets the ball from Hussey, looking upfield. She's got Fiddle. Fiddle getting ahead of her player. Williams catches up as she does. Quas with the ball there. Free space called. And one of those tough calls. Quas looked to be looking for that pass that she made, but umpire calling it as intent to go to goal. She'll get the free position shot now. Look at that low power stance from Quas. Almost like she's in the sprinter's blocks and she's off to the races there. Dips her hands and then pulls it high. Good change of planes on the finish on that one. We've got a timeout called there by the East Coast. putting in some last-minute strategy as Quas we see again on this free position shot. The double comes, but able to weave through that. And as Quas scores her second of the game, it's 28-0. Victoria leading over the East Coast. Again, East Coast will be in action later today again as they take on the under-19 Aussie squad. That game at 2:30 p.m. Between now and then, though, we have at 11:45 a.m. Eastern Time, Western Australia versus South Australia again in the women's. The under-19 women back in action on the broadcast at 9 a.m. tomorrow before two men's games to round out the day. At 11:30 it's VIC East Coast, and at 2 p.m. it's Western Australia, South Australia, in what could be a bit of a finals decider there, pending today's results. And then three games on Sunday, 9 a.m. We've got the third place final, 11:45 a.m. We've got the men's championship game, and at 2:30 p.m. we've got the women's championship game. Victoria looking primed to come back in and try and regain their title on home soil. If they make it, who will they face? Still to be decided. The West Australia-South Australia game today will be a big influence on that one. Heading to the centre, it's Annabelle Williams and Abby Burgess. Vic's sending players out. Possibly a bit of a miscommunication. They only sent two defenders down. There we go, making up their numbers now as we're watching the centre. You see Sarah Mollison just running through to the far side of the circle. Williams and Burgess in the centre. It's been a tough battle for the East Coast in the middle, even when they've been winning the ball the way they want it. Victorians doing a good job clearing through and getting possession of it. This time it goes to East Coast. Ball still knocked loose, unable to be picked up. Sarah Smith looks to clear through. Williams comes up with it now, though. She's looking to drive on the unsettled play. She's got Sasha Polnitz with her. The double comes in the form of Bridget Hogan. Williams still has it, sends it across the back now. Got a cut down through the middle there from 5. Williams has it again. She's got Sarah Mollison watching her. Three seconds called against Sarah Smith there. Ball will go back to Annabelle Williams as Smith goes behind. Could have a backside look here. We've got a 3-on-2 on the out the left of screen. Sasha Polnitz, Bridget Hogan have three players between them as the Vics look to resettle here. Still the mismatch. There we go. Vic's playing one down. Got 4 back in the attack line there, playing man down defence as Burgess gets the ball upfield for Theo Quas. Back now for Mollison, up to Kelly. Quas has it, and again, 4 back for the Victorians as they're playing man down. Kelly drives through there. We've got just over 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter as Kelly scores yet another. Again, that backside drive there. Kelly across the top. Gets by 2 defenders, and as the third comes, puts it away. So it was Steph Kelly scoring again for the Victorians on that one, number 12. Her 5th of the game. Burgess and Williams in the centre now. Burgess gets the handle to that one. Sending it upfield now. Stefanos with it. Again, the Vics running that man down setup. Drive to cage there to make it 30 points as Mollison finds Mollison, who finds Burgess. It's an interesting conundrum here, the Victorians trying to just sort of manage play a little bit in their big lead. Running the spare player on the backside, running man down on offense and defense. Again, big drive there. Mollison over to Burgess, who's sweeping through the top, and East Coast no answers on that one as they put in their 30th of the game. It's Abby Burgess's second of the game. Bit of a quiet scoring day maybe from Burgess, but she's been big in the centre and has facilitated a lot of the offense, even when not scoring. Ball played forward. Burgess gets it to herself. Looking up top there for Nellie Mollison. She cradles to safety. Hands off to Safanos with that little backside flip. Mollison drives down the line. Gets it to Nellie Mollison. 3-second call on that one. Annabelle Williams called for it. She'll be put out behind the ball carrier. Ball will go back to Safanos. I believe it goes to the player who had possession as the call was made, or as the call was earned, I should say. So if the whistle delay meant that Burgess had it, it goes back to Safanos, and Williams goes 4 metres behind her as they reset. Safanos holds behind. Again, with the 6-on-5 here, the double comes on the far side, looking up top now for Sarah Mollison. Big defensive effort there from number 30. Mollison to Hussey, back to Mollison now, flips it over the top to Safanos. Safanos finds Mollison cutting through the middle there and makes it 31-0 for the Victorians. See on the replay there, just that slightly too much ball watching from the East Coast players, all watching Hayley Safanos, ready for that drive to come from behind GLE. And that quick flip up top to Danelle Mollison found her on the crease for her fourth of the game. Vic's leading 31-0. In the centre there, Juliet Austin and Abby Burgess. Ball's sent Austin's way, picked up by Quass as we head into the final 2 minutes of the game there. Burgess scoring her third, I believe. We see Quass sending the ball upfield there. Hussey there to Burgess, driving down the line straight to goal, looking for the quick one there. Austin and Burgess in the centre again now. Early move there from Burgess, and Austin will get the ball. East Coast will take it at the midline now. Ball's with Salisbury now. She's got Quass guarding her, looks to send it on now. Pass missed, but the ground ball will be gathered by Lena Teichmann. Back to Salisbury, she's got Quass watching her again. Victorians going into a full press now. Almost a full press, leaving one player open at the top. Lena Teichmann there with the ball. Offside is the call there. East Coast player going over late. East Coast, bit of a miscommunication there. Sally Bush thought she had to go over. Her bench was telling her they were playing a man down. It was the Victorians calling their forward, their full press defence, as Hussey looks for the drive to goal, draws the free space call, and we'll get a free position shot now. Decides to send it back for Stefanos. Kelly now with it. VIC ditching there. 4 players back. 6 on 6 now again. Short time remaining. Clock will enter play very shortly with the umpire. Pick there, and Hussey has that one knocked down. Great defensive presence there by Putner. Sending it upfield now to possibly one of the Charlotte Robertsons. She's got 2 players chasing her down. Burgess gets the check to it. Theo Quast comes out with the ball. Sending it back upfield now, and it's Steph Kelly with it. She looks upfield for Stefanos. There's trailers coming. Stefanos goes to goal with the fake and finish over the top of Clancy, though. Clock is on the field, so we're in the final 30 seconds of play. Will the Vics drive to goal for their 34th? Yet to be seen. Kelly, the long pass up to Stefanos there, dumping it over Clancy, who was one-on-one on the crease there as the defender tried to get back inside. Putner unable to get there. 6 goals now for Hayley Stefanos, as Abby Burgess and Juliet Austin are in the centre again. Clock is still on the field. We'll see in that far left corner. So under 30 seconds. Not sure how long to go, though. Ball's taken by Quas. Quas heading up for offense. Gets it to Hussey. Hussey now for Fiddle. Fiddle inside for Kelly. Kelly, the shot. And sounds like 9 seconds to go on the play there as we see the replay here. Ball played backwards by Austin. Gets it to Quas. Quas upfield there. Finds Hussey, who finds Fiddle. Inside for Kelly over the back, and the quick shot there. Steph Kelly with her 6th of the game there, as Burgess lines up for a centre against possibly one of the Charlotte Robertsons. Set now, Gramble picked up. Burgess gets the check to it, though. Pressure coming as Urs Fiddle gets to the ball. Back inside now, and that'll bring us to the end of the game. Final score, 34-0, as the Victorians romp away with that one, shutting out the East Coast All-Stars. Tough finish for them. Some big saves from Clancy, some great play through the midfield, and some good defensive efforts late in the game from the All-Stars of the East Coast. Just unlucky there, facing a Victorian goal-scoring production line as they run out 34-0 winners. We'll take a quick break now before we bring you the MVP presentation for the game.
All right, to the Victorian girls, congratulations. You're a smooth, slick unit and great to watch. And hopefully my girls have taken a lot on board and what you girls did as well. To my girls, just keep working hard. You're doing really well. You're getting better and better each game, and that's all we can ask for. And just watch teams like Victoria and watch what they do and just learn off these girls. All right. And your best player was number 16, Theodore Quass.
New South Wales, East Coast, New South Wales, Queensland. Fantastic effort today. That's a really tough gig to come up against a group of girls who have, a lot of them have played for Australia for a number of years. And the way you went about your game, you fought it out right to the end, and you got opportunities and took them at every time. And your enthusiasm and the way you went about it is to be applauded. I'm really proud of the efforts that you put in, and I hope you do keep playing this wonderful game and you get to enjoy it. We'll all help you improve in any way we possibly can. It's great to have you here, so well done. Really incredible effort. To the VICs, our little mantra is to be better every day. So we had a tough game yesterday, and it's probably a little unfortunate for you today because we thought we had to be better and practice, and we tried to be smooth and practice what we need to do and find the open play, and I think you did it very well today. So congratulations to you guys that just keep getting better every day. And your MVP was Beck Putner, number 13. Well done. Number 18. Sorry, I'll put that on. Thank you.
Alrighty, as we wrap up the game here, we'd just like to thank our sponsors, Ackland Travel, Oriana Property Group, who have been a big sponsor of the Victorian Game 3 AM Web and IT. And big supporters of Australian lacrosse in general, Cot Gunning Lawyers. And just to thank you to all of these people for making things like this possible, making our broadcast possible and helping us grow the game. If you're looking to follow us on the socials, Australian Lacrosse Network on Facebook and Instagram, and on Twitter it's AusLaxNet. A lot of our uniforms and apparel provided by Sports Centre since 1974. Well, they've been around since 1974, I should say. Ackland Travel again, looking after a lot of the Australian lacrosse travel needs. Results we had from yesterday and the day before, and we see Victoria have been looking comfortable. Biggest score of the tournament so far, though. And just a reminder, at 11:45 AM East Coast time, we'll have a massive matchup between the women of West Australia versus the women of the South Australian Reds. And then at 2:30 PM, the East Coast All-Stars will be back in action against the Australian Under-19 squad. So we hope you'll join us for those. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. We'll be right back.